Welcome to the practical session on digital signal processing. Myself, Mr. Santosh Lukare from Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering of MEP's KVT College of Engineering, Nasik, 13. Let us discuss about how to write a program to design and implement the FIR filters using different windowing methods. This is experiment number 10 from the third year Instrumentation and Control Engineering syllabus. So let us discuss first the problem statement that we are interested in. Suppose the problem statement is design a low-pass filter for the following specifications and by using rectangular window. So the desired impulse response in terms of frequency domain is mentioned over here with HD of e raised to j omega is equal to e raised to minus 2 j omega with frequency minus pi by 4 is less than or equal to omega is less than or equal to pi by 4. So this is a typical low pass filter and this is the frequency response in pass band, and you may say the frequency response is 0 in the stop band, so cutoff frequency is pi by 4, and here I am going to use the rectangular window that is W of n is equal to 1 for all values of small n, that is 0 is less than or equal to n is less than or equal to 4. So if we consider the solution over here, first of all we can find out the desired filter coefficients by taking the DFT of the given frequency, desired frequency response, that is HD of omega. So HD of n is equal to 1 upon 2 pi integral over the range minus pi to plus pi HD of omega e raised to j omega n d omega. So by solving this discrete time Fourier transform with lower and upper limit, we have HD of n is equal to sine of n minus 2 into pi by 4 upon pi into n minus 2. So this is the standard formula for the impulse response of the low pass filter, that is HD of n is equal to sine of n minus alpha into omega c upon pi times n minus alpha, where n is not equal to alpha. In this case alpha is equal to 2, and that is nothing but the center point of your impulse response in terms of non-causal as well as causal case. For n is equal to 2, the filter coefficient can be obtained by simply applying the L'Hospital's rule, and we have HD of 2 is equal to, or HD of alpha is equal to limit n tends to 2 1 upon pi sine of n minus 2 upon pi times n minus 2 into pi by 4. So this will gives me the highest amplitude of the impulse response at n is equal to alpha. So by solving this we can have HD of 0, HD of 1, HD of 2, HD of 3 and HD of 4. So this is nothing but the fifth order filter that we can think about, and once I know the desired impulse response, I can shape this impulse response with the window function called as a rectangular window. So we know that this rectangular window is having all its value, that is W of n is equal to 1 for all n. So my desired impulse response is equal to h of n. So h of n is equal to HD of n at all times in this case. So we are having h of 0 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi, that is equal to h of 4, h of 1 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi, that is equal to h of 3, and this is the center, or you may say the center point, that is h of 2 is equal to 1 by 4. So by using this impulse response values, or you may say the samples, we can find out the transfer function of the filter, that is h of z is equal to summation over the range n is ranging from 0 to capital N minus 1 h of n into z raised to minus n. So this will give me the causal filters transfer function which is realizable, and simply by putting z is equal to e raised to j omega we can find out the frequency response of the given filter, and that is h of omega is equal to e raised to minus 2j alpha omega. So alpha in this case it is 2 into 1 by 4 times 1 by 4 plus root 2 by pi into cos of omega plus 1 upon pi cos of 2 omega. So this impulse response in terms of frequency domain is just addition of different sinusoids like cos of omega, cos of 2 omega. So this is about the mathematical solution of the low pass filter in finite impulse response case. So we can simulate this code in MATLAB. So by solving this h of omega in terms of magnitude and phase, and by plotting it with respect to omega, one can have the magnitude response and phase response, which can be simulated in MATLAB. So let us consider the MATLAB. Here we are having the 10th experiment. I have divided it into two parts. The first part, that is experiment number 10A. Here I am going to write the program to design and implement a FIR filter using different windowing methods, and here I am going to design the low pass filter with the following specification and using rectangular window. So we have seen the solution of this particular problem statement just before. Let us consider the code that we are interested in. So here we have a code for designing of FIR filters and for finding its magnitude and phase response. So line number 14 to line number 17, these are just initialization part. Line number 18, here I have just displayed the message, that is design of low pass FIR filter using rectangular window. Line number 19, here capital M is equal to input, enter the order of filter, capital M is equal to. So this order of filter is nothing but, in our theoretical solution we are calling it as a capital N. So it is a length of filter that is depend upon the value of alpha, and we know that alpha is equal to capital N minus 1. So that value of that value of capital M or capital N can be calculated from the given specification. Omega C is the second parameter which is mentioned in problem statement, and that is the cutoff frequency. So one can enter the cutoff frequency by using the input command in MATLAB as mentioned in line number 20. So this is a parameter alpha. I am using the notation A, which is a variable that I am going to use in MATLAB. So here I have to enter the value of center point or the midpoint of the impulse response, and it is nothing but the alpha. So here I have entered the system you may say the system specification, that is FIR filters specification, and I am going to find out the desired impulse response and just going to calculate its magnitude and phase. So here we have implemented the for loop, and for small n is ranging from 0 to capital N minus 1. In this case, this for loop is written for n is ranging from 0 to m minus 1, and we know that there are two forms of desired impulse response as we have discussed. So if n is equal to alpha, then my desired impulse response is equal to omega c upon pi, that we have considered or that we have seen in theoretical solution. Else SD of n is equal to sine of omega c into n minus alpha upon pi times n minus alpha. So here A indicates n minus alpha. So if n is not equal to alpha, then this second condition is true. And so once we calculated the desired impulse response by using windowing method, we have to just reshape this desired impulse response with some window function. So that window function here I am going to consider it as a rectangular window, and it is always 1 for all values of small n. So here we have just calculated this rectangular window function multiplied with the desired impulse response, and that is nothing but the actual impulse response that we are interested in. So this for loop will calculate this desired impulse response, and here after that we are going to just display the values of that impulse response. Now once I know the impulse response, now next task is I have to convert that impulse response into the causal filters transfer function, that is Z transform, and we have to solve that Z transform on unit circle, and we can calculate the magnitude and phase response. So the same thing is considered over here. So line number 33, here I have just considered the frequency response of this low pass FIR filter with the obtained values of the samples in the desired impulse response case, that is HD of n. So by using the frequency Z command in MATLAB, we have the magnitude, we have the frequency response for variable A with respect to frequency omega, in this case it is W, is equal to FREQ Z of the desired impulse response values. So here the Z transform is that is desired impulse response is getting converted into the Z transform, and that Z transform is solved at Z transform is solved on the unit circle, and the values of all these values are stored in variable A and with respect to frequency omega. So here that frequency response, it can be segregated or separated as a magnitude function and phase function by using absolute command and angle command. So absolute of A, angle of A into 180 upon pi. So here the angle is getting converted into the degrees. So by using subplot, one can have the plot of magnitude response and phase response. So if we run this code, the MATLAB will ask us to enter the parameters. So and the MATLAB is prompting me to enter the parameters. So parameters are the order of filter is let us say the 5. Then cutoff frequency in this case is pi by 4. So enter pi by 4. Then it is asking me to enter the midpoint alpha, and that is equal to capital M minus 1 divided by 2. So it will be 5 minus 1, 4 divided by 2. So it is 2. So we have to enter it. So once we run this code, we have the values of here in this case we are having the different values of HD of n and HD of omega. So if we consider the for loop solution over here, so we are having HD of n is equal to 0.1592, and every time that rectangular window is having value 1, so my desired impulse response is this rectangular window value into HD of n, and this is nothing but 0.1592. so in this way we can have all the calculations for different values of SD of n and W of n. So once we have the desired impulse response, here we can find out the answers for you may say HD of n and rectangular function, that is W of n. So if we consider the values here, we noticed those values are you may say h of 0 is equal to h of 4 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi. So h of 0 is equal to h of 4 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi, that we can consider in MATLAB, that is 1 upon 2 times pi, that value is equal to 1.5708. so it is just a wrong one. So if I consider 1 by 2 times pi in brackets, so it is a correct value as per our expectation, and it is 0.1592. so this is HD of 0 and here it is HD of 4. so this impulse response is symmetric, and we are having the SD of n values over here. So once we verify those values, that is SD of n is equal to 0.1592, 0.225, 1.25, and this is getting converted into the transfer function, and the transfer function is solved at you may say on the unit circle with respect to omega, which is ranging from 0 to pi or 0 to minus pi or 0 to pi likewise. So once we have the frequency Z command in MATLAB, we can have the frequency response as shown in the magnitude plot and the phase plot. So as this is a linear phase filter, the filter's response is changing linearly from one point to the other point. So this is about the magnitude response of the FIR filter, and this is the low pass filter obviously, and this is the phase response. So here we are having the magnitude response of the typical low pass filter with the given desired impulse response case. So here one can have the more details. So if we go to the code once again, and if I just consider the frequency Z command, this is nothing but the solution of Z transform on unit circle and with all the values of frequency, that is omega. So here we can have A and with respect to omega. So here you may say, if I write down the variable A, it gives me the value of frequency response, and if I find out the variable W, it gives me the value of frequency, and it is observed that these values of frequency is from 0 to pi. So here you may say the frequency will start at 0 and it will end at pi. So this is about the FIR filters design. This is Mr. S.B. Lukare from MEP's KBT COE signing off. Thank you for listening.